What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Lobs Trucking Channel. And today we're going to be going over week 3 and how week 3 went for the Swift Driving Academy. So, week 3, I got my book a couple days early, like in the middle of week 2. So, if you don't get this book right here, Swift Driving Academy pre-trip inspection booklet, if they don't give it to you early, you're probably going to get it that first Monday of the week, the third week. You're going to get this pre-trip book, and it's going to go over everything for you. Your Form A, your Form B, your Form C, your Form D. It's going to have it all listed in there of how you need to identify your parts, what the parts are called, prop not secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, all that stuff. You're going to get a piece of paper. It's in my bag, I have to grab it, but it's just going to pretty much say, like, if it's glass, you want to explain that it's that cracked, chipped, or broken. If it's plastic or metal, it's that cracked, bent, or broken. Or you can say, there's a whole lot of phrases you can say for certain things. Just, I would say, figure out what works good for you. For me, not cracked, bent, or broken for my metal and plastic parts. Works great for me. That's what I've been doing for studying. Anyways, in my class, I have another guy named Devin, and me and him are roomies now. If you can't tell from the last video, we got 2 beds now. So, a little quick on that. The weekend I flew up here, there's been a lot of softball tournaments. I mean, I've been up here for 2 weeks now, and every weekend there's just been packed full of baseball players, softball players, whatever. So I'm assuming I got a single room because my roommate Devin, his roommate was like a class before him. So that guy's name was Anthony. He got his license, flew back to California, where he's from. So that means he had an opening for not having a roommate anymore. So they had me come in. So I guess if you might get a room for yourself, but don't think it's going to last forever. I mean, it could, but pretty much when I flew in, they were so busy they didn't have many rooms available. Everybody that had a partner, had double beds in their room, they already had a roomie. So I couldn't fit me in somewhere. So obviously give him his own room for now. Well, he got his license moved out. So hey, we're gonna bunk you up with Devin. And I was in my room for my own room for about a week, a little over a week. It was just this past week they had me switch rooms. So which I don't mind it. Luckily me and Devin, we became, I'd say, pretty good friends. So one thing for y'all as well going through this, definitely make friends. For me, it's not really hard to do. I make friends with anybody, really. But, y'all are all there for the same thing. Y'all are all there to get your license, all that stuff. So, it doesn't hurt to be friendly, talk to them. If they're staying in your hotel room, or even if they're your roommate, have somebody to study your pre-trip with. Get to know each other. Yeah, definitely, you're going to get this pre-trip book first thing, and you want to, they're going to have to learn this. They're going to go over it every single day you're there, especially on the pad. It's got to get in your head. It's repetition, learn the parts over and over and over and over again. Coming into this, I didn't realize how much stuff was actually in the pre-trip inspection until starting to do it. And sorry I messed with my mullet. It's driving me nuts how it's not symmetric, but that's beside the point. But they're going to get in your head, and study it, do it during the day, and we'll study it at night. So, we did our evaluations. So at the end of your first week on the pad, you do your evaluation or your pre-trip. Your instructor that you've been assigned to is going to evaluate you, see how you're doing, what you know, what have you, etc. And me and my friend Devin both got 100% on our pre-evaluation. We're 1 week into learning the pre-trip stuff. So yeah, as long as you apply the information, you don't just come here thinking, oh, it's going to be easy, I'm never going to study. Even if you do know, it never hurts to look over notes. It never hurts to look over notes. They're going to give you everything you need to pass. Just read over it. Like it says, look at the frame. It's not cracked, bent, or broken. No illegal holes or welds. Just reading over everything, and just reading it over once a night makes a big difference in the end. But yeah, if you're gonna get that pre-trip book, definitely study it, look it over, read it. Then I think that day we started doing maneuvers. So Monday we started doing straight line backs. It's pretty self-explanatory, just straight line back. You pull forward to the cones, you stop, and you back up through the cones, and you pull back forward through the cones. So it's kind of, if you've never done a truck before, it might be a little complicated for you, but you got to learn, You just got very light movements with that steering wheel. That's all you really need to do. Because if you just stay it straight, it's not like a car where it's just going to go. It's the trailer is going to start off tracking. So either direction, you keep the wheel in your truck straight. Truck's going to stay straight, but your trailer is going to start off tracking. So you have to counter steer for that off tracking. And they're going to teach you all the tips and tricks on how to do that. If you've never done it before, it's not bad at all. So don't think if you've never driven a truck before, never been around a truck a day in your life, that's, oh, I can't figure it out. Trust me. There's people that have never been around a truck a day in their life, and like in the week they're in the class in front of me, and they can alley dock probably damn near better than anyone I've ever seen, at least in person. They're whipping it right in there, no problem. So don't let that discourage you. They're gonna teach you everything you need to know. As long as you're willing to apply it, you're not gonna have an issue. So we started doing straight line backs. I think we did straight line backs for like that afternoon. Came back the next day, and then we did straight line backs and offsets. Started learning the offsets, blindside. So technically it's not, technically it's called blindside because you're backing up off your right side. So did that. And then we learned the tips and tricks for that. Our trainer tell us things, you need to turn the wheel this way, and they're going to help you. They're going to teach you everything you need to know about that. So learned the offset, and then the next day we went back through everything again, repetition. So we turned our offsets into straight line backs. So we pull through, pull back, and set for the offsets. So we're knocking, killing two birds with one stone. Knocking that stuff out, learning the sight side offset. When the parallels later that week, they're spacing it out enough where, you're not burning out. And the way our schedule was this week with my instructor, we would do maneuvers in the morning. And it's been pretty warm up here in Kansas City, like 90s, 100s with the heat index. We would do our maneuvers in the morning. We go to lunch, which you get an hour lunch. And when you get back from lunch, you go drive. It was only me and Devin in my little class. It's only me and him. So we have two people, just me and him, the one instructor. So, it's kind of nice because it allows you to have more time, more kind of one-on-one training. It's, I think the biggest group they had at one point, I think, was 3 people in a truck, maybe 4. So it's not like the groups are huge, okay? They have 4 instructors out there. So let's say they have a huge class. Obviously, they're not going to let a certain amount go at a certain time, right? So I think the biggest group you could possibly have is 4 people in a group. But here recently, it's been kind of like 2 with this guy, 2 with this guy, 3 with this guy, 2 with this guy. So the groups are relatively small, which is a good thing in my opinion. It allows you to get more one-on-one time with your trainer if you have any questions. So yeah, Monday we didn't drive at all. I don't think so. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in the mornings. So from like 8 to 11:30, we did our maneuvers practicing. And then after lunch, so back at 12:30 for our lunch, from 12:30 to like 4-ish, we do our driving, get back to the yard. We had to fill out our training logbook. You're also doing that every morning, every lunch. You're doing a training logbook, so it gets you in the head on how to do a paper log because, even though we run e-logs, worst comes to worst, you're going to have to be able to know how to fill one out if you need to. So they're training you on that as well, which is really great information. This damn little curly, no, I'm done messing with it. It drives me nuts. It really does. Anyway, excuse me. Yeah, that was, you say week 3 of the training so far. Been up here for a total of 2 weeks. And this, starting tomorrow, will be week 4, my final week of training. And I am scheduled to test out on July 10th, which is not tomorrow's Monday, but the next Monday. So we'll just say 7 days from now I'm scheduled to test. And honestly, I'm really confident in it. We just started fresh on the alley docks Friday. And we didn't go driving at all Friday because it's being a holiday weekend, being 4th of July. They didn't want to put us out with a whole bunch of traffic and, a bunch of idiots out there on the road with student drivers. So, I understand that. So we did alley dock. We did our other maneuvers during the day, our evaluation, pre-trip evaluation, and went into learning alley docks. And it was crazy. Like the instructor would walk me through it the first 2 times, explain my movements and everything, and then I had to learn how to steer the trailer. And first time I did it by myself, with no instruction, right in the hole, no pull-ups or nothing. Perfect. I was like, oh, okay, that's not going to happen again. That's not going to happen again. Well, I was right. I got too I was like, oh, I can make it in there. I don't know if I can do it again. And, I ended up cutting it too sharp or too wide. So we're going to be visiting all those again, mainly alley docs to learn all that stuff. But yeah, so far, week 3, still been a great time. Really no complaints right now. I kind of wish we got trainee pay because it kind of sucks not having a check. So if I can make any recommendations to y'all, definitely save some money before you come up here. They will take you to the grocery store, and I suggest you go and buy groceries because eating out every night will get expensive. I mean, they got a couple local restaurants, but you're probably looking at $10 or $15 a plate. You know, that's going to add up. The cheapest thing you can get around here is Wendy's. You want a 4 for $4, but still, that's going to add up every day. So that's my recommendation. I definitely save your money. If you have a lot of bills coming out, save your money for that. Go grocery shopping. You know, we got mini fridges in the room. Go buy lunch meat, bread, chips, crackers, you know, snack cakes, microwavable food, you know, stuff like that. I would say it's a lot better than going out. Definitely budget friendly because you don't get your first paycheck until after you get your license. And then after you get your license, you go back to the terminal and you fill out all the paperwork because you're guaranteed a job after you get your license. So pass your test, get your license, you're a Swift employee. So then you'll get your, you'll get it, not immediately, but then you'll be able to get your orientation pay, which I guess it depends on how the week falls. I don't know if they'd hold it for the first week because you just got hired on, that you get paid for the next pay period. I'm really not 100% sure how that works. If I had to guess, they'd probably hold it. But hiring on, for sure, you'll get your orientation pay, which I believe was like $300. It's not bad. It's not horrible. I mean, it's better than nothing. That's for sure. I mean, right now I've been without a job for at least 3 weeks, and it's been rough. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just trying to help y'all. You know, give you an idea of how the school's gonna be and what my tips would be, so y'all don't have to deal with what I dealt with. But definitely, yeah, I'm gonna sum up for week 3. I don't want to get too carried on about other stuff. I would like to make another video this week, probably in the next couple days, on stuff I'd recommend to bring with you. I just spit. Oops. Stuff I would recommend for you to bring with you. Unless you live close to the terminal, you're going to be probably staying in a hotel close to the terminal for 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm definitely going to make a video about that. Stuff I'd recommend you bring with you. After me being here, stuff I wish I had, stuff I realized I really didn't need. So be looking forward to that this week. I'm going to wrap it up before we get too far. I really don't keep my videos too, like, over 15 minutes. I think under that's plenty of time because I can start rambling on forever. So we're going to end it here. That's about it. So, anyways, if you have any questions, don't forget you can comment them below. If I don't know the answer, I will get the answer. And happy 4th. That'll be coming up here soon. So, happy 4th of July, everybody. Y'all be safe. God bless y'all, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.